Gentlemen, let's continue round 3 here at the 2018 Gibraltar Darts Trophy. We now introduce a man that's reached 4 PDC World Rankings semi-finals. From the Netherlands, the machine gun, Jermaine Wattimena. We now bring to the stage a winner of 2 Players' Championship titles, a UK Open and World Cup of Darts finalist from Wales, the Iceman, Gavin Price.
Two quarter-finals set up here in Gibraltar. The world #1 Michael van Gerwen in search of a 3rd Gibraltar Darts Trophy title. He will take on the ferret Johnny Clayton. We've got Rob Cross, the world champion, against Simply the West, Steve West. An unseeded player here this weekend. There's another unseeded player in Jermaine Wattimena on stage right now against the Welsh #1 Gerwyn Price, one of 7 national #1s in action today. Although we've seen the demise of the German #1, the Northern Ireland #1, and most recently the Australian #1. So it's not all going the way of the top players from these individual countries that they represent. Can we see a second Welshman through to the final session of action following the ferret's victory earlier on? It is down to the Iceman and the machine gun to determine whether that happens. Chris Murphy joins me, Dan Dawson, as Wattimena faces Price for a spot in the last 8.
Yeah, still a possibility for a repeat of that Austrian Darts Open final, isn't there, with Johnny Clayton and Gerwyn Price in opposite halves of the draw. Clayton will have to get past Michael van Gerwen tonight. The second quarter-final will be Steve West against Rob Cross. Now into the
going to throw first. Game on.
Bottom half of the draw for the Gibraltar Darts Trophy 2018 edition. Winner of this taking on the winner of our next match between Joe Cullen, looking to continue that superb record of quarter-finals on the European Tour this year. Just once he hasn't managed to do it so far in 6 events. He's taking on Paul Nicholson.
96.
And then, what a fixture, Adrian Lewis against James Wade before Peter Snakebite Wright takes on Chris Dobie to end the afternoon's action.
58.
Wattimena in recent times has shown signs that he might be about to do something pretty special.
96.
Hadn't reached, had he, the final day on the European Tour for a long while of trying, and all of a sudden once he's done it, he keeps getting there.
Yeah, he does, and he's gone on runs in the floor events. He's made semi-finals 4 times in the past. And this is a section of the draw where, granted, look, there are some fabulous players. Gerwyn Price, major finalist, a World Cup of Darts finalist. Joe Cullen, just spoken about how consistent he's been, particularly on the Euro Tour. Paul Nicholson, a former major champion. But when you look at this section of the draw compared to, say, the one with Van Gerwen and Clayton, or the one with Rob Cross, or the one with Adrian Lewis, James Wade and Peter Wright, you think, well, it's an opportunity for someone if they can play their best stuff.
100.
Price levels it off with a ton to leave himself double top, but it might not return because Wattimena threatened to take out a big combination. A very good first start, couldn't follow it up. And Going Price is one of the top players on tops.
He's shown the first leg, Going Price. Second leg, Jermaine.
And he shows why he will keep this seeded position. In fact, one higher in the
130
Danish Darts Open. Going Price. He'll be the number 14 seed there, but it is a precarious placing when you look at the Pro Tour Order of Merit, because there are loads of players bunched behind the top 16 trying to get into the seedings for the following events in Hamburg and Hildesheim.
It is, but you know, make the final session, you guaranteed another $4 grand on your Pro Tour Order of Merit, and Going Price quite capable of doing that. 177 for Jermaine Wattimena.
Yeah, he's Wattimena. He's already qualified for Denmark as well, continuing a good recent run of qualifying for these European Tour events.
43.
Making good progress in this leg. That 177 gets him down to 190 after 6 darts.
60.
So despite a trebleless visit, still in the box seat in this second leg.
Now, we spoke earlier on about the Pro Tour Order of Merit. Now then, the only thing that would have got Going Price to a finish, forcing Jermaine to use the bullseye route, but he's not even going to get a dart at that. Come back to that moment about the Pro Tour Order of Merit in a moment.
138.
Because that has just rattled Jermaine. Oh, hang about. Oof. Another one there would have given him a dart for the leg, but no, he likes it.
118. Joining across 72.
A good setup shots.
A
good finish in response from Jermaine Wattimena to tie up this contest.
Go into throw first.
Well, Jermaine said that he'd been trying to get some more aggression into his game. He felt that he needed it, particularly in these stage games. Well, there are few players more aggressive than his opponent
85.
today in Going Price. We could see some real testosterone flying around the Tercentenary Hall here in Gibraltar today.
140.
But yeah, the Pro Tour Order of Merit is what they determine the seedings. It's the tool they use on these Euro tours. Going Price, 15th seed here. Now, he'll be 14th in Denmark. At the moment, Jermaine Wattimena, 25th. He's got to get in the top 16, remember, although Gary Anderson doesn't bother with these, so you're looking at top 17, really. But he's still quite a way back. There's a good £14,000 between Jermaine in 25th and Simon Whitlock in 16th. And there's a lot of players bunched up in around the sort of high 40s. So he's going to have to leapfrog a lot of those players and you know, hope that they're not picking up a lot of money as well. And there's players like Adrian Lewis, Kyle Anderson, John Henderson, Max Hopp, all players in form that he's vying with. So it is very, very competitive, very, very tough to get into the seedings for these European Tour events. Price will have another look at that 138.
Also, that Pro Tour Order of Merit is
100.
Something that's used to book places in the big major events. Take out the players that are already in it through the main Order of Merit.
94.
You could see the likes of Jermaine Wattimena appearing in plenty of them.
Jermaine Wattimena, 108.
Continues his rise now. Can he rise above Price in this match?
92. Going your corner 54.
May end up being a pivotal moment, that. As the Iceman eyes up tops. And now tens. And the chance 44. Arrives again for Jermaine Wattimena.
You require 16. You've shown the third leg, Jermaine Wattimena.
Well, Jermaine.
Fourth leg, Jermaine to throw first.
As befitting a man with a nickname, the Machine Gun, he does fly around the board, and even when he's going from one side of the board to the other,
190.
He has no problem in readjusting, assuming that his the previous dart was actually a well-thrown one. He seems to be, if he's in the region of what he was aiming for, he's quite confident moving to another bit of the board within a fraction of a second, chucking very well. It's when he gets it wrong, when he misses a big number, for example, and then he switches somewhere else, it can just go horribly haywire. That fraction of a second, all he's doing is panicking and thinking, oh, that was a rubbish. Oh, and he's already had another rubbish shot by the time he's thought that.
100. $137.
Nothing rubbish about this. 50 left after 9 darts for Jermaine Wattimena. When you've just broken the throat, he's one heck of a way to back it up.
We saw Steve West do a 10 darter earlier on. I'm not sure that Jermaine Wattimena will fancy following suit.
18.
He can't do it in 4 visits. He'd expect to get a 5th. Now he might just hope he'll get a 5th. He might pray. Oh, Price, baby! 170 checkout for Gerwyn Price. After Jermaine Wattimena had thrown a fantastic leg of darts, Gerwyn Price pulls out the biggest finish of the lot, and that would have felt like a right hook to the chin, wouldn't it, for Jermaine Wattimena?
Game on.
Magnificent from the Welsh number 1. Quite rightly, just taking a moment. He does celebrate wildly. He's very aggressive on stage. And he just needs to give himself a moment to recompose himself and carry on throwing world-class darts.
140.
Oh, what a carry-on we have here. What a leg of darts that was.
100.
What a match this is starting to become. Gerwyn Price around the 100 average mark. Above the 100 average mark now.
96.
Well, we know he's capable of this. We've seen him do this. We've seen him on European tours look like the best player of the weekend and only get
140.
knocked out by eventual champions like Peter Wright in the semi-finals. He has got the game, Gerwyn Price, to beat the best in the world and go and win these titles. He's won a couple of ranking titles, nothing on a big stage as yet, but UK Open finalist, World Cup finalist.
60.
Yeah, if he wins this match, it'll be his 8th quarter-final of the year. So, I mean, there's been a big focus on the Premier League, and we've mentioned, you know, he admitted that he didn't feel himself around that time. There were some substandard performances in that, and towards the end of his shortcut campaign, there were a few poor performances outside the Premier League. But aside that little spell, Gerwyn Price has been pretty decent in most things that he's played in.
Yeah, he was great at the UK Open, for example. Again, a quarter-final appearance there. Yeah, that's a great setup shot from Gerwyn Price. Forces Jermaine to hit back with a ton-plus check out of his own. Trouble 14 all ball. Right decision, 93. Wrong execution.
You require 40.
Now Price stepping into the role of executor.
You show on the 5th leg,
seems to have
6th leg Jermaine to throw first.
Hit some kind of zone, Gerwyn Price, in the last couple of minutes, and if he can extend that to
95.
6 or 7 more, he'll find himself in the quarter-finals and taking on the winner of our next match between the rockstar Joe Cullen and the asset Paul Nicholson.
97.
A bit of swagger on that stage in that one.
Yes, there will.
180.
Well, this has the feeling we could get one of those games where the lead changes hands as many times as is humanly possible in a best-of-11 match. Because Gerwyn Price has been 1-0 up, 2-1 down, 3-2 up, and Jermaine just seems to have kicked in a little bit. They're both having little spells.
59.
You have a go, I'll have a go, you have a go, I'll have a go.
Yeah, flip-flopping here in Gibraltar. Now Gerwyn Price took out the 170. How about a 167 for Jermaine Wattimena? Will he fancy going for this, given a chance? We won't know.
96.
Overprice just needing to do his sums.
96. So when you require 71.
He has left to finish. He's going to get a go. It's him that's looking to take out the 167 now to add to the whopper he landed earlier on, just the wrong side of the wire. And again, straight into the treble 5.
90. When you require 20. You've shown the 6th leg, Jermaine Wattimena. 7th leg going to throw first.
Well, take your pick, because nobody seems to be able to get on top and stay on top
100.
in this one. They're both averaging around about the 96 mark. Very healthy numbers.
140.
James just dropped a little bit, but that'll push it back up to the 96. And look at the way he's scoring those first 9 average. Jermaine Wattimena significantly better than Gerwin Price, but the finishing from Gerwin has kept him in it. He's 50%, including that magnificent 170 checkout.
Yeah, but for that, Wattimena could have earned himself a handsome lead in the tie, couldn't he? He was left on 32,
41.
having missed a couple of darts at it.
60. 140. 145.
Board management there from the Iceman, knocking the 5 off, leaving himself a 2 darter. It may prove to be a wise ploy, because he could get 2 darts at double here. And he has. Yep, well thought out and well executed once again for Gerwin Price.
Yeah, there you see the benefit of
137.
using that 25. Some players do it more than others. It's fair to say that the Dutch were probably responsible for introducing the use of the bullseye in scoring visits and setup shots more than anybody else.
100.
So there are certain situations. That one gave Gerwin Price a potential 2-dart finish, which he did produce in 2 darts rather than a 3-darter. There are other situations
60.
where perhaps trying to leave 116 rather than 121 where it comes into effect, and even to leave a finish at all at times where some players miss that chance. Yeah,
to leave a 170 or a 167 when otherwise players will be stranded on 172 or what have you.
135.
Yeah, more to this game than just chucking the darts. Got to think about mathematical side too. Gerwin Price, a thinker and a fighter.
Needs to think here. Is that in? It must be.
180. 164.
Now, he said that
100.
neither player could get on top and stay on top. Well, this is for a real chance to get on top and potentially stay on top, to open up a 2-leg advantage for the first time in a match. 7. Huge dart.
72. And when you require 64.
Well, how many can Jermaine get? Only one. Double 16.
32.
And he can't find it, and they all looked a little messy there, just to illustrate your point from earlier on, Dan. The first start not quite where he wanted it, and it carried on in that vein.
It's another huge moment.
He's showing the 8th leg. Gerwin Price.
Gerwin Price celebrating in installments with that one. But he has Jermaine Wattimena where he wants him. It's been a very even game. They've got an even history when they've met. It's been 2 wins apiece. This is the first time they've clashed this year. He did win their one other meeting on a big stage. That was on the Euro Tour a couple of years ago.
81.
Impressed with the temperament of Gerwyn Price in this one. A few times we've seen him just stop himself and refocus after a stray dart or before a big moment.
58.
Yeah, and it's worked. Doesn't always work.
He's not the slowest player, but he's just taking the sting a little bit out of Jermaine Wattimena's flow as well, hasn't he? Wattimena made to wait as Price celebrates his score.
Yeah, he won't take a backward step going, Price. He won't budge. It doesn't matter who he's playing. He doesn't care for reputations. He will do his own thing, whether that is celebrating wildly, making them wait, slowing things down. He doesn't mind. And I don't think he's doing it as gamesmanship. He's doing it because it's about his game and what brings the best out of himself.
But when you're in that red exclusion zone, it's your turn at the ocket. Do what you like. As long as you're not doing anything on your opponent's throw, you can't be accused of gamesmanship. 164.
Tell that to Dyson Parodi. Was very, I think, was he disciplined?
Well, note I said in the exclusion zone.
Yeah, the
Dyson
exclusion.
Parodi was dancing around the stage.
Yes, he was, yes. Very nearly worked for him against Michael van Gerwen at this very tournament.
100.
Dyson didn't come through the qualifiers for this one. We haven't seen him, the most high-profile Gibraltar player. But the #1 Welshman right now is looking at 2 darts in his favourite double. Now, Jermaine, you've seen a 170 hit against you. You've got to find a big finish here. And you're not going to do it. And you cannot give Gerwyn Price 3 more darts at double top.
Gerwyn, you require 40.
It flip-flops all the way to 3-3. But Gerwyn Price got on top. And now he wants the top of the shop to finish the job. The Iceman, Gerwyn Price, through to tonight's quarterfinals at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy. Joining his World Cup teammate Johnny Clayton. He'll take on Michael van Gerwen, will the Ferret. Steve West will take on Rob Cross. And Gerwyn Price is about to learn the identity of his opponent in tonight's last day. It'll be Joe Cullen or Paul Nicholson, but Price in fine fettle, in fine form. Jermaine Wattimena played decent stuff, but it wasn't enough to stop the Iceman progressing through to the final session of the tournament. We're going to catch a word with the Welsh #1 now after a fantastic display. That 170 the highlight. Gerwyn Price talking to Dan.
Gerwyn, congratulations through to the quarterfinals. One moment in that game stands out. Jermaine misses a couple of darts for an 11 or 12 darter, bang in the 170.
Yeah, but I think the leg before, I give him that opportunity. I should have went 2-1 up, and you know, I probably pinched the one leg, but it was 1-1 there. But yeah, I deserved to win at the end of the day. I played a bit better than yesterday. But, no, I saw my game up a little bit just to steady myself, and I think that might have affected him as well.
Those big checkouts under pressure, when we've seen you go on runs, whether it be the Euro Tour, when you first started playing in PDC darts, when you went on that run at the UK Open, that's a great sign of where your game is at, and that should be a warning message to everybody, shouldn't it?
Yeah, no, if I'm on my game, I can beat anyone. It's just what game comes out and which Gerwyn Price comes on the stage, not Gerwyn Price. But, no, if I play well, I can beat anyone, but it's just on my day. And lately, I haven't been playing well since the Premier League, but hopefully now over the next couple of months. Usually I start well the first 6 months of the year, but I'm looking forward to the last 6 months this year.
We're looking forward to the evening session. Congratulations, Gerwyn Price, the Welsh #1, the Iceman.